Guys, what's going on? James here. In today's video, we are going to continue the discussion of prospects that the Buccaneers could take with that 5th overall pick. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about LSU linebacker Devin White. I've seen a lot of hate for Devin White recently. A lot of Bucs fans now don't want to take Devin White for some reason, and I'm a little bit confused by that because back at the Combine, I know a lot of people wanted Devin White, and a lot of people were saying, we're going to get Devin White, Quan Alexander, he's gone, we're going to bring in Devin White, things are going to be glorious, and now it's kind of shifted yet again, and I do kind of understand it a little bit. Guys like Quinnen Williams, guys like Ed Oliver, they've really been showing out and looking strong, so I can understand from that regard, but I think some people are just souring on him for no reason, in my opinion. And honestly, again, I don't know why. The 21-year-old linebacker out of LSU, he's 6 foot tall, 240 pounds, really big for a linebacker, and a lot of that is just pure muscle. You know, Devin White is just an athletic monster, and he's just an absolute beast. Taking a look at his Combine numbers, and I think I'll actually post the full list of Combine stats somewhere in this section of the video, but 4.42 40-yard dash. Let me say that again for everybody in the back. A 4.42 40-yard dash for a 240-pound linebacker. That's really good, okay? That's like really good. That is like insane. I cannot say how many times how good that is. Devin White is an athletic freak. He's a huge athletic freak, okay? He's just absolutely insane. A 39.5-inch vertical jump, 22 reps on the bench press, a 118-inch broad jump, a 7.07 3-cone drill, and a 4.17 20-yard shuttle. And then talking about some of the pros on Devin White, one of the biggest pros is that he's just an athletic monster. Something that you cannot teach is just this pure, raw athleticism that Devin White has. He has very good closing speed in the running game and in the passing game and whatnot, and he has a very aggressive play style to match with that, both whenever he's shooting gaps in the running game and in pass rushing and whatnot, and also he's a very aggressive play style whenever he's trying to rip the ball out, be it from a tight end, wide receiver, running back, whatever have you. Devin White is going to play aggressively, and he just has an insane competitive attitude to him. He's always around the football, sideline to sideline type of linebacker. Again, stuff you cannot really teach in certain regards. And he is fast enough to cover well in certain situations whenever he does realize what's going on. And we will talk about that in the con section. But again, just insanely athletic, sideline to sideline type of linebacker. Something you would exactly want is this rangy, decently coverage type of linebacker who is dedicated to getting better. That's one of the biggest things about Devin White and a lot of these guys who are expected to go towards the top 10 picks of the first round. He just has that elite competitive edge. He's always trying to get better. Just insane student of the game, you know, just very insanely dedicated to getting better. And I think that that's a very good thing whenever you pair it with this Buccaneers defensive coaching staff. Guys like Todd Bowles, Larry Foote, the new Buccaneers inside linebackers coach. These guys I think could really work with a guy like Devin White and really cultivate him, take advantage of that athleticism, iron out some of the kinks that he has right now in his game, and just make him into an all-around balanced linebacker beast. Because if you take that athleticism and combine it with good mental processing and good, you know, mechanics and whatnot, you're going to have a very dangerous situation at that middle linebacker position. Very important thing for the Buccaneers right now, since they did lose Quan Alexander in free agency. And don't get me wrong, I like Levante David, Dayon Buchanan, Kevin Minter in our linebacker situation, but I do understand some Bucs fans saying, well, we need to get somebody to replace Quan Alexander. And I think if you were to go that route, Devin White would be a very good pick, not just because he went to LSU and all that, not just because he's an athletic beast like Quan Alexander was, but just because he's just a flat-out very good linebacker, and again, he's dedicated to getting better. The problem with Devin White, however, a lot of it has to do with his mental processing and just him flat-out being out of position in a lot of situations. He's kind of, I've termed it as him being kind of a glass cannon as a way. You could either get a really good version of Devin White in some situations, or you could get a really bad version of Devin White in situations. It all just depends on what happens. So the cons for Devin White, a lot of it, like I said, has to do with mental processing. Not the best instincts in mental processing yet, but that is something that can be ironed out with the right coaching staff. Like I said, I think Todd Bowles, Larry Foote, they would do a lot of wonders in helping out Devin White. Every negative I've seen written about Devin White so far has all been about false steps, misdirections, and out of positions, in run plays, in passing plays. Whenever somebody's in motion, he just kind of loses track of certain things. I did say earlier that he is fast enough to cover well whenever he does realize what's going on. That's because he doesn't cover well right away. He has to make up for it by just being insanely athletic and getting into coverage quick enough to where he can make a play in certain situations. But there's also other situations where he can't make the play right away and stuff doesn't go as well as it should have. But like I said, he can miss certain tackles in some situations as well. So, you know, glass cannon type of comparison, whatever have you, either really good, really bad. These mental errors and these tackling errors and these misdirection errors and being out of position, that's stuff that can be corrected with the right type of coaching. I cannot say that enough, okay? I really can't. So while I feel that raw athleticism, that cannot be taught, and Devin White has that. He has the raw athleticism. This mental processing errors that he does possess can be taught, and I feel like once you balance all of that out with Devin White, you're getting a guy who is very easily worth a top 5 pick. I have seen some Bucs fans, you know, sour on Devin White a little bit, and I have seen even Bruce Arians, whenever they asked him about, you know, which draft prospects he likes at the linebacker position, the first guy he mentioned actually before Devin White was actually Bush out of Michigan. So I'm very interested to see what happens in that kind of situation, and I can see another situation where if, say, Quinnen Williams is on the board, or even Ed Oliver, because Ed Oliver is really shooting up on the board, not just for the national media, but also Bucs people as well, myself included. I'm a big fan of Ed Oliver. You know, it could be a situation where maybe they pick a guy like Quinnen Williams if he's there. I mean, honestly, that wouldn't be a no-brainer, but you could even pick a guy like maybe Ed Oliver over a guy like Devin White. I do think that he has the potential to just be a phenomenal linebacker, and I would love him on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I think he's going to need a little bit of time. He's a little bit raw right now to kind of balance all that stuff out and really become a really good linebacker. So guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you want Devin White at number 5, or would you prefer a different guy? Obviously, Quinnen Williams would be a no-brainer, but what about a guy like Ed Oliver, maybe Greedy Williams, maybe somebody else? You know, there's a lot of people that the Buccaneers could take, or maybe they could even trade down. I know a lot of people are still in favor of trading down. Maybe they could still do that. If I had my option, obviously, if it was Quinnen Williams, Ed Oliver, and Devin White, I would take Quinnen Williams immediately. But even if it was just Devin White, Ed Oliver, or a option to trade down, I still might just take Ed Oliver. Like, I'm that big of a fan of Ed Oliver right now, so we'll just have to wait and see. I really like Devin White, and I do think that the Buccaneers are very potentially going to take him with that 5th overall pick. I'm just not sure right now with all of these really high-tier defensive linemen rising up the board. So it's just going to have to be a situation where we wait to see. But in the end, you know, I do like Devin White a whole heck of a lot. But guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Next prospect we're probably going to be talking about should probably be Ed Oliver. I really like Ed Oliver a lot. But guys, again, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and until the next video or the next live stream, I'll see you in the next one. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.